Most people will never break out of the average trap. The gravity of comfort zones is just too strong. As Earl Nightingale once said, we become what we think about. And let's be real, most people are surrounded by small thinking. The world is full of folks obsessed with outdoing each other, usually by playing games or cutting corners. So they end up fighting over leftovers with everyone else. It doesn't have to be that way. Whatever your dream life looks like, total financial freedom, working for yourself, traveling wherever you want, or just having the time to do what you love, it's all possible. But most people never step away from the crowd to chase it. Why? Because most people are terrified of failing. They see failure as proof they're not good enough. If they mess up, it's not just a mistake, it's a personal flaw. So they avoid risk, and as a result, they never really grow. But here's the twist. If you're not willing to fail, you're basically signing up for a lifetime of meh. Want the real formula for success? Fail more. Seriously, the more you mess up, the more you learn. Every mistake is a lesson in disguise. You can either let failure crush you, or you can use it as fuel. The choice is yours. When you're willing to fall flat on your face, you open the door to real growth. Failure keeps you humble. It builds character. It teaches you to laugh at yourself and not take life so seriously. It's like moving a plant from the shade into the sun. Suddenly, you start growing like crazy. I remember when I first started putting my work out there online. I was terrified of negative comments. I still remember the first time someone said, "This is the worst thing I've ever read." That stung. For months, I played it safe, making sure everything I posted was as bland and uncontroversial as possible. I was so scared of criticism that my work stayed stuck in the middle. Never great, never terrible, just there. It wasn't until I started embracing the idea of failing publicly that things changed. Here's a wild idea. Don't chase compliments, chase feedback. If you're open to criticism, you'll grow faster than you ever thought possible. Most people would rather binge Netflix or scroll TikTok than put in the work to get better. And honestly, that's good news for you, because the harder something is, the fewer people will actually do it. That means less competition for the top spots. If you start prioritizing learning, even just a little bit every day, you're already ahead of millions of people. Every time you read a book, work on your craft, or wake up early to chase your goals, you're lapping the people who hit snooze. The real competition is for the average prizes. The life-changing opportunities, there's barely anyone fighting for those. Most people will keep battling for scraps with the average crowd. That's a game you don't want to win. Step out of the crowd. Choose learning over mindless entertainment. Most people don't believe they can be extraordinary, so they never even try. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I spent years creating content and barely got any traction. Looking back, I realized I never really believed I could be great. But the moment I started taking myself seriously, investing in courses, waking up early, treating my craft like it mattered, everything changed. I started acting like a winner before I had any real wins. And guess what? The results followed. Once you tell your mind what you want, it starts working on ways to make it happen. Right now, my goal is to reach 100,000 followers in 6 months. And for the first time, I actually believe it's possible. That belief is like rocket fuel. Your brain starts finding solutions you never saw before. Most people will never know what it feels like to truly believe in themselves. Winners act like winners before they have the trophy. They believe first, and then the path appears. I remember joining a business group when I was just starting out. Everyone seemed so much more successful. Fancy titles, expensive suits, the whole deal. I felt out of place and quit after a few weeks. Looking back, I realized titles don't mean much. Anyone can call themselves a CEO these days. If you're chasing status or money, you'll end up feeling empty. The real goal should be personal growth and meaningful experiences. If you're always chasing success, it'll keep running away from you. But if you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, success will find you. It's like chasing your shadow. Stop running and it catches up. I just finished reading a novel about someone who spent their whole life chasing the wrong things. Approval, love, validation. It was heartbreaking. Most people do the same thing, chasing money, status, or attention, thinking it'll make them happy. Spoiler, it won't. Forget about impressing others. Focus on becoming someone you're proud of. Every minute you spend being jealous is a minute wasted. Life moves fast, The most successful people always say how quickly it all goes by. You don't have time to waste on envy. If you're always comparing yourself to others, you'll never be happy. You'll lose touch with who you really are. One of the best pieces of advice I've ever heard is stay in your lane. It doesn't matter how fast someone else is going. If you keep looking at other people, you'll crash. Focus on your own journey. Learn, experiment, fail, and keep moving forward. Before you know it, you'll look up and realize you're moving faster than you ever thought possible. Cut out the jealousy. Use your time to learn and grow. Most people will stay stuck in the middle fighting for average rewards, but you don't have to. The path to an exciting, fulfilling life is wide open, and there's barely anyone on it. Choosing to go from ordinary to extraordinary is one of the best decisions you'll ever make. The growth, the learning, the transformation, it'll make you feel more alive than ever. So choose growth over comfort. Choose learning over distraction. Choose your own path, not someone else's. The life you want is waiting. Go get it.